happy gluing! It's Claudia here from Coloring Arts, and I'm so excited to make one more video tutorial for us. Let's make a beautiful fabric hinged lid box using our cartonnage technique with no sewing. Oh yes, let's do it! And with cartonnage we can make so many wonderful gifts for all of our loved ones. Today is a special project because this box was planned with the idea of us start making more and more cartonnage gifts that can be smaller, easier to make, so we can make more gifts for more friends in less time, okay? And even being, you know, so unique and so special, besides of being smaller, right? But so that is a request I have receiving in the last year from my students and followers that love making cartonnage as gifts for their family and friends, but again they want something smaller or quicker so they can make more in less time, right? Okay, very nice. Now also I received a request recently from a shop to make a special box that could fit in a place, okay, and I'll tell you in a minute where they want this box to fit. But when I was looking at the sizes, that's really tiny box, like a mini box. I said, oh, that can be also a good gift because, as I said, we can make more in less time, less money, all those things, and still have fun in creating something very unique with our fabrics and personalize and all those things, right? Okay, so my challenge was to make this little box to fit inside the case of the Featherweight Singer machine. How fun! So this person was telling me that the original box, paper box that come with the notions inside the case of the machine was damaged or easy to damage or, you know, destroy with the time, and how fun would be to recreate that box with our cartonnage technique, with our favorite fabrics, and just, you know, have so much fun. So I said, that's a great idea, let's combine the two things. So we can also, this box can fit in a Featherweight Singer machine case, in case you have it, right? But also can be a special gift for anyone, like a jewelry box, or put your candies, or for a little bit of art supplies or sewing notions, so many things that you can put inside this tiny box that is so fun. Okay, very good. So now let me talk a little bit about the construction of this box. First I thought, okay, let me do very similar to my pencil box because the person wanted a hinged lid box. So this is the pencil box we have for a long time, okay? It's a bestseller in our shop. Everybody loves making and giving us gifts, okay? This one I made for my husband long ago, just before bringing here to the video. I removed, he keeps his clocks and stuff here, so I just removed and came to show you. So this box comes with this round magnet, okay, so it closes with this magnet, but this is one of the constructions we have. I also have another hinged lid box, that's the pretty hinged lid box we have, with magnets, so this different snap magnet, okay, and I like this one that it looks like, not that this is not secure or safe, it is, but that seems to me to be more in place, and as this little box that the person is asking for needs to slide inside a special place, you know, in the case, I thought that let me add this little this snap magnet to the box. So that box will be a combination actually of the two of my projects. Let me show you here the small boxes. So here is the first one I made, and then the second, and also this one today is gonna be just a little different because of course I was testing and seeing what would work or not. So this is just the same box as this one, okay? So just smaller, so I put the same kind of magnet, okay? Super fun. And then I realized that was too big for that purpose, so that one is even smaller. So here you go. Also I put with this magnet a little smaller, but then I was thinking maybe if I want to slide this in a place, this sort of magnet could, I'm I'm not sure about this. Maybe it won't work well. So I decided to go with this little, and I find this tiny magnet. Look at this, how fun and cute, right? So this will be the magnet we'll be adding to the box, okay? So this will be actually a combination of those projects with the different magnet. And one more thing that will be different, because when I was making those boxes, I look around and I said, I believe this is too heavy, you know, too thick cardboard for such a tiny or mini box. And maybe I could do something different. And then I tried to do the box combining two types of chipboard, and that's what I love it. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. So the box itself will be made out of our 100 points chipboard that I love so much, so sturdy. So the box will be, you know, exactly as we want. And outside, I'll use something different. I'll use thin chipboard, which is 50 points, I call, and craft paper. And from there, we're gonna be creating then this lid that is a little thinner, more delicate, better to look at, okay, and for sure more beautiful and still super functional, and then works very well, right? Nice. Okay, are you ready or what? I am. So now let's go and put our hands on glue and start making this box. Very good. So for the materials, we need the do-it-yourself kit with all the pieces that we need, okay, to cut to make this project, and your favorite fabrics, our favorite Elmer's glue all, right, to create the project, and just a few other simple materials that if you are not used to cartonnage, you just see here me using that, super nice and easy. The only thing that is more specific, I'm gonna be using my 2-in-1 miter and corner tool, and you'll see here in a minute, okay? So now let's go and get started, okay? Very good. Let's start with the box itself. I usually like to start with the box. So let me go here to my table, okay? And I also will make this box in 2 different colors only today, because it's also a request from the shop for the sample. So she wants to recreate that box exactly as it is inside the Featherweight Singer case. So we're gonna be all green around and all red inside, okay? And now let's get started. Let me see the pieces of fabric I already cut then, okay? Very good, so here we go. Piece 5 is the base of the box. We're gonna be using this, and now I'm talking all about inside of the box, okay? It can be done with different fabrics or same fabric, doesn't matter. In this case, it will be all red, so I have 5 as my base, 6 my sides, and 7 my front and back, okay? So then I cut the fabric about 1/2 inch bigger all around, as you can see here, and now go from there. I always like to put my glue all in a bottle that is easier, you know, to use than the original one. So to get started, I put some glue here on my tray, any plate that you have that can work for that. And let's get started. So now we spread the glue on the wrong side of all the pieces, okay, and just glue them on the back of my piece. And you can see that I have just a handwritten number today, because my do-it-yourself is coming, it's not ready, but I want to be with the tutorial done. Okay, so if you are buying our do-it-yourself kit, those numbers will be already stamped to the pieces the way we usually have in our do-it-yourself kits. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we have a big variety of so wonderful projects, cartonnage boxes, books, cases, so many things that we can do in our shop, colorwayarts.com. So take a look at that, and let's do it. And the last one. Okay, so now that we have all the pieces glue, let's go ahead and finish those, okay? So piece 5 is the inside bottom of my box. This piece right here, okay? So I love always doing is just cutting straight and it with the chipboard all around like this. Okay, so this is one of the ways of finishing the box, okay? For pieces 6, we're gonna be cutting straight with the chipboard on the bottom of the number, okay? And also on the 2 small sides, so here and here. So this is what we want for pieces number 6 for both of them. Okay, in pieces number 7, which are the front and back of the box, we're gonna cut straight with the bottom. And if you have direction, okay, I'm here just doing that and saying you go to the bottom of the number, but take a look at your fabric, okay? If your fabric has direction, the bottom is the bottom of your piece, okay? But always will be or below or above my number where you see. So this is the top, not here, not here, okay? Or either here or there, depending on your fabric, okay? The way you glue your piece. Nice. So now we're gonna be cutting corners on the top of those 2 pieces 7. Trim like this, okay, in both sides for both pieces 7. So those, I do believe I need to change my blade if you are noticing that, right? Okay, so let me just go ahead and do that. Very nice. So now that we have my base, piece number 5 is here already done. Then my pieces 7 and pieces 6. So piece 7, we're gonna be leaving fabric on the sides and top and, you know, cutting my binder in the corners. Piece 6, just the top, and piece 5 is just cut, nothing around. Nice. So now let's go and glue those 2 pieces here. So just on pieces 6, you just spread the glue. And then with your spatula, just put your plastic spatula under, okay? Remember to clean your spatula if needed, and just do that. Nice. So now the pieces 7, you're gonna spread the glue on the short edge first and also right here in this corner, okay? And if you don't know how to do a great corner in cartonnage, I have several other videos that you can also watch to if you need more details. But basically we spread the glue here and on the corner, and then you bring tight with your spatula and you press down right here, exactly where you have on the fabric on the side of the chipboard. So you will start gluing and covering that edge of the chipboard, okay? So once you have one, let's go to the other side. Nice, bring tight and press down. Perfect. And then the last one. Spread the glue there, and then I like to go with my glue on the wrong side of the fabric here on the 2 corners. Put under, bring tight, put under, bring tight, okay? And I like to go with my hands in this direction and just make sure. So see, my spatula is really dirty already in dry glue, okay? So it's always good to have a piece of cloth to clean those, or even to clean your, sometimes your project, sometimes your table, or you can have paper towel with you as well. Okay, let me just repeat to the other piece, and then with this, we will have our box with all the pieces prepared to start building. Okay, press down, and now here. Very good. Nice. Very good. Okay, so I see that this one is not well glued here, so just put it there. Good. Okay, so now it's time to put this together. Let me show all the pieces here to be easier. So here I have pieces 7 2 pieces 6 and 1 piece 5, you know, all around, okay? So with that, we are ready now to build the box. So let's see how to do it. We start with piece number 5, okay? And our intention now is to put all the pieces to build this box in the way that they will be all with the fabric inside of the box, okay? So once the box is ready, it will be all covered inside. So that's the thing that you most have to take a look here and pay attention. And the second thing you have to pay attention when you are holding your pieces is that we covered all the top of our pieces. So when you glue them together, the top of the piece will be covered beautifully, okay? So in other words, you are gluing this fabric over, okay, away of you, like in the top of the box, and not like this, because then your top of the box will be, you know, kind of ugly. So the two things for you to really take a look when you are doing this. So now piece number 5, hold in this position, okay, fabric facing away of you, and go with your brush in kind of 45 degrees here, and make sure you just spread the glue just on the edge. It's not on the top, it's not on the bottom, it's just on the edge of the chipboard. And exactly on top of that, you're gonna put this piece number 6. Okay, so they are aligned right here. Oops, they are very tiny. They are aligned right here on the bottom, so straight with the piece, okay? And you can put like 2 pieces of masking tape. Those masking tape won't be removed. They are here for, you know, safety. In other words, if you align with the table, everything will be aligned there. So this piece is not on top of the other one, it's on the side, okay? Align it right here. Good? Nice. So once you put one, you flip to the other opposite direction, and then we're gonna put the second one, which is another piece number 6 right here. Just like that. And like this. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Okay, so now we are with the base, and if you need, just flip. You want to make sure that these pieces are really straight, okay? Sometimes if they bend a little bit because of the glue, you can put something heavy on top, or just work with your hands to make sure that you are flatten these pieces. Now let's put the other 2 ones. You see how small this is, how fun. It's really good to make big boxes, you know, you can make with lots of drawers and trays and a lot of things, but also sometimes how cute to do something small, right? So here, if you have my corner clips, I don't have here unfortunately to show, you can put the corner clips on the corner and put on the place, or you simply put on top, you know, match. This is such a small box that's so easy to just do like that, even without that, because you can quickly hold the full thing here and you know it is in the position, right? So after putting glue in these parts, you just come over here and make sure that you put there. So look at that, we are almost done, right? So the 3 pieces are already there, so now it's time for us to flip and keep going and finishing the other side. And with that, the box itself will be done, like built, and then will be time for us to build the lid. And last thing will be covering outside, okay? So now same thing, I have the three edges with glue. Now put right on top these last pieces, they fit exactly on that position, and that's the beautiful of the cartonnage, right? What's where precision meets our creativity, and the textures of the fabrics and all those things get, you know, together with a little bit of math, so it's so fun. Very good. So now take a look. The box itself, you see, is very well aligned. Okay, done. Super small, as you said. Okay, let me see if I can fit. No, I cannot fit a pencil, just for you to see, you know, the size of this box. But for sure, a lot of other things will fit here. Nice. So, and how cute this will be to be like a ring box, right? well, I mean, you see, you start making, there's so many possibilities, so fun to do. Okay, so now the box is done. Let's jump in now and make the lid of this box. Okay, so now let's make the lid for this box. As I said, this box is so small that I decided to do a variation this time. Instead of making everything in thick chipboard, and if you know how to cut chipboard to design boxes, if you're a member of our club, you know, and are like creating from scratch any size you want, of course, if you prefer to use the thick chipboard, it's the same. Just go ahead and make it. I made some with that. Same process, just cut the pieces exactly the same size and go and make the way you want. But in this case, let me introduce you to a variation that also can work. So now we're gonna be using the 50 points chipboard with craft paper. We're gonna be gluing them together while building the lid. And then from there, we're gonna, you know, cover with our fabric and keep going. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Very nice. So here I have my piece of craft paper and my pieces of thin chipboard, 50 points, you know, to create my lid. So now, instead of simply having a piece of, if you know how to do hinged lid boxes with me, instead of just having a little piece of craft paper in between each as a hinge, we're gonna build everything here on top of the craft paper. So that also gives me a little bit more of, how can I say, it's a little bit more sturdy as well, okay? So now you will be spreading your glue very well to the back of this piece number 1, okay? And now you're gonna start almost flush with the craft paper, okay? We will cut any extra that we have, okay? And then from there you just go to this back, that's very important. Pick a piece of cloth, that's the best, okay? And come right here and make sure that you have no bubbles in this craft paper. Now, in between the pieces, we're gonna be using my 6mm spacer, okay, and the another spacer on top, so that way I know I have exactly what I want in between the pieces, right? And that they have the right space and straighten it. So now, this is piece 1. I'm leaving with the numbers so you know, but you have to remember where you are, because the order here is 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Good, so now you see we put right straight like this, right, as a T. Remove it, go to the other side, and again, spread. Very nice. Okay, so then next one is piece number 3. Piece number 3. Oops. Okay, put in position. And last one, piece number 4. Piece number 4 is just a little tiny front, you know, of this piece. I also didn't do this lid much bigger on the sides because sometimes we have this space here. I did almost flush with the box because I wanted to have, as one of the purpose of the boxes to fit inside the case of the machine, I wanted to use most space I could inside of the box, right? So that's also a reason to be, you know, with the thin board and with less space around. So that allows me to have more space in the box itself, right? Okay, so now that we have the pieces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can go just on the side, but this is really thin board. I prefer to put my corner tool or something here around, because now I need to make sure that I cut, okay, that was nice. I want to make sure that I can, you know, cut very well. And I'm using a very thin magnet for this box. And if you get our do-it-yourself kit, the magnet goes, you know, with the kit. So I'm using all the same 6mm, okay? If you are used with my projects, for example, when I use this magnet, that is thick, more thick or bigger, I usually do more space in the hinge, but I realized that for this tiny box I didn't need, so I just kept out as it is. Very good. So now that I have this one, here is the piece. So how is important to know that this is the part with the hinges, that's where we're gonna be gluing the fabric on, okay? It's not this one, because if you apply glue here, although it looks beautiful, it won't fit at the end, okay? It wasn't planned for that. So here is where we're gonna be starting gluing. If your fabric has direction, okay, you just need to know that number 4 is the front, so plan to glue in the position of the fabric that you want. In my case, I don't have any direction, so I can start any place. So the way to glue here when we are doing leads, I like to spread my glue on one piece and inside the gap, okay, very well. And then let me put here, leaving some space around, at least, you know, 1/2 inch or 3/4. Then I come in this way, press with my hands to make sure it's well glued. Then you come in this direction, and then you find the gap. Now it's a little bit more challenge, so to say, to find this gap, because it's thin chipboard, okay? It's easier when there is a thick. And the more challenge here is really to make sure that you have enough glue. If you notice that you can't find the gap, well, maybe you didn't apply enough glue, or maybe the glue dries, okay? So you want to see, I don't know if this fabric is helping you to see, but you need to see very well glue inside the gap, and that gap, and now I think this way you can see better. And you have to see those lines very well marked there, okay? So that means your fabric is well glued inside the gap. Now let's go to the other one. Again, as I said, you spread the glue inside the little gap and in this piece, one by one, okay? One by one. Make sure I'll glue right there. Come gentle with your hands like this, and then find the gap. And if you're a beginner, I would say the more like busy with the designs you have in your fabric to get started, maybe the better, because sometimes when the fabric is just one color or just a little bit of shades, eventually if you pass too much glue, let's say you are not familiar with how much glue you should pass, maybe some glue go to the right part of the fabric, and then you can clean with water. Most of the fabrics will allow you to clean, some not, okay? So that's why I always say and don't like using like solid plain colors, because they really don't clean well. So try something. This has some shades, but I can see here is a little bit more dark. That's why, because some of the glue came here. So I believe after I finish this, it's all dry, I can come with water and just clean a little bit. Not now, because I'm gonna be messing this around more. Leave it dry, and then with a little bit of water in a piece of cloth or paper towel, you can gentle wipe on the top and see if you can remove that little bit of glue, okay? Nice. Okay, so now we have this, you see, very well marked, so you see that your hinges are good. Now it's time for us to cut around, and I forgot to tell, I think before, but actually when you have this piece, your piece of fabric that goes outside, it's about 3/4 of an inch bigger all around, okay? This is what my 2-in-1 tool does, okay? We can trim to be out 3/4. You don't really need to, but it's a great tool to be around and to help us to do. Nice, very good. Here I have more, so let me trim a little bit as well, so I have everything 3/4 around. Good. That's my lead. Now that I have this piece here, this behaves like if it was just a piece of chipboard that I would be covering with my fabric, right? So now that I glue all the gaps, everything, it's now time to glue all 4 corners. We start with 2, and then opposites, and then we go to the other two. So let's go here. I'm gonna start with this one. So we spread the glue, same thing we did in the pieces of the box, spreading the glue on one edge and also spreading the glue on the two corners, okay, on the fabric. Put this under, bring tight, and then press down. Same thing we did before as well. We always do that for great corners. Here where we have the gaps, sometimes we have like extra, and then it's just, you know, just press with your hand. It's just that we have a little bit more fabric than space, I always like to say. So put under, bring tight, press down, and press down. Okay. Very good. So now, here and here, put under, bring tight. Okay, and now the last one. Also press the glue there, so I don't pass glue here on top of the fabric on this part because I don't want to mess up with my right side, okay? When I look here, it's all beautiful. So I spread the glue on the wrong side of the other part that comes there. So take a look here, my corners, and then amazing. Yay, super fun. So here's the box so far. The box is done, and here will be my lid. Okay, look at that. So it's this is what I said. I made the box to be almost the lid to be almost the same size of the box. You see we have some extra space by now, but that's okay. We still have the inside of the lid to glue, and we have also the inside of this, and then putting out together. So what is next? So we have the box and the lid done. Now let's finish the inside of my lid, and the last thing we're gonna be doing is around the box. So inside of my lid, you have here the small part and the top. So you see that goes right here inside, okay, 10, and that's 11 that goes right here. So what we need to do is cover this with fabric, and I really like using, you have two ways of doing this, okay? And this is not just for this will be for my pencil box or for other of my boxes. If in some case I made in the past instructions just gluing these pieces directly on the fabric, that's okay, it's a way to do. Or we can use a little bit of piece of copy paper, and it is not completely necessary, but I kind of like more the finishing when I use the copy paper. So what do I do with the copy paper? So let's say here, on piece 11, I would spread the glue here just in a little bit and just glue it. It can be bigger, okay? Just glue like this in the copy paper, okay? Now, I can just trim this. I just need a little bit, don't need bigger than that, okay? So now I use the same 6 millimeters that I used before, okay? And then I will be gluing this piece right here on the side, okay? So what does this make for me is giving us a little bit better finishing when I open the lid on that hinge for inside. If I don't do this with the copy paper, so imagine you didn't have the copy paper, you would glue piece 10, put this, and piece 11, okay? That's one of the ways. But as I really enjoy using the copy paper, I thought that, okay, let me share here, because then you can use this for so many of other projects if you feel, okay, I like it, okay? So now it's just the time for you to trim around, because now you just need to be careful, because this is poster board, okay? This is what we want. So now that my piece is ready, okay, this part here where I see just this tiny part of the copy paper, not this one where I have more copy paper, this part here, this part will be your front, okay? So you just spread the glue all over here, and now you come over here and glue it like that, okay? So leaving at the bottom of piece 11 at least half an inch or 3/4, okay? And then press very well in the middle. So what that does mean, that in between the pieces I do have some paper and not just the fabric, because sometimes in this piece that is just fabric, the glue passes over and then it's where we have some marks, you know. So that's the reason I like doing this. So now 10 and 11, cut the corners only on the piece 10, which is the top, okay? On the bottom we're gonna keep as it is. Okay, so then you will see in your kit, you will see a little mark where is exactly the center of the piece number 10, because this is where we're gonna be adding the magnet soon, okay? Now make sure when you do this with your fabric, you still can see where is the center, okay? And if not, just make sure you mark like this on your fabric so you know where is the position of that little mark, okay? Now let's finish this piece. You just spread your glue on this side like this, and here on the fabric on the bottom as well, okay? Just bring tight, and then a little angle right here in this part, and then you go to the other side and just repeat. Just repeat. And in case you have my tool called 7-in-1, okay, this is kind of a new tool we have. I made this angle here exactly to be checked. So if you want to make sure that when I say do a little angle, you do exactly the angle I want you to do, okay, you can do a little angle and then check with my tool to see if this is what I want, okay? So that's the angle. Some people are marking with pen or pencil, or just simply looking at here and knowing, okay, this is the angle I want for this tool. Super fun, super good, because I always was saying, do a little angle, and people were asking, okay, what is this angle? How big is this angle? So now with the new tool, it's easy for us to see. So now here on the top, just glue. I always do in the process of covering around, right? So this is poster board. I see here that I have a little pointy fabric, so I can simply go and trim like this with my scissor if that happens. Sometimes it happens on poster board. Okay, so here is my front. Good. So it's almost ready to glue here, not quite, because I need to have here first my magnet. And look at how cute is this, okay? So how do we do that? On the box, you're gonna receive the little magnets, okay? The male and female, and you also receive a washer. So you put your washer, your center of your washer, you put right in the center of your mark that you have the kit. In case you don't see a mark in your kit, just find the center of this piece number 10, okay? And then mark where is the position of the two sides, okay, that you have in this washer, because this is where your legs will pass. For cases like that, I like to have a piece of a scrap of cardboard at home, and then whenever I have this mark, you just go and make a small hole. It's really just pressing down and it will work, because it's super poster board, just you see there. So now which part goes there? I like to put my small part, right? So the small part is the male, okay? So the male goes right here. Just put the position, exactly the position that you want. Make sure if the hole is not big enough, just open the hole a little bit more. And then I also have, I mean, a hammer, little hammer, craft hammer. I do this, have this to fix, you know, our breads that I like so much. Okay, so I like to open my legs here, so hold, and open to the sides. Usually this is what I do. I open very well, and I don't put the washer, and that has been like this for 10 years, and I never had problems, okay? So that's my preferred way of using, but if you want to put your washer, you can do it, okay? Nice. So now we have this in position. We have my lid. Next step is just gluing exactly in the position that is here. Okay, already with my magnet. So fun. Let me flip my paper because I want something right, very beautiful there. Okay, so now I spread the glue all over this piece. Okay, I just put the glue right on top of the poster board, but when I go with the roller, I go all over, even though all over here. Okay, the bottom here, everywhere. Okay, especially here in the magnet as well. And then you just put right here and make sure that is in the right position, and you check that you can open and close this very well. Also make sure that you are aligning on the sides. Okay, it's almost the same size but it is not, so make sure that it's all aligned. And also here, then you just put it there and glue. So I'm gonna press on top and know that it's all in position. And then you put masking tapes. Okay, so now these masking tapes are super important because they will stay here just for some time. Maybe I like to say overnight, okay, or at least 5 or 6 hours until these get, you know, very well dry. And then I will remove the masking tape. But this masking tape is here to help us to make sure that the fabric with fabric will like stay together, attached during the time of its drying. Okay, so that's what we'll do. Very nice. So now the lid is done completely inside outside. We have the box also ready. So what we are missing? We are missing the outside of the box, right? So now let's see how to do that. Put your lid aside. If you have something heavy, like for example a heavy book, you can put on top of this lid, flat on the table, of course. So let's see how to finish this box. Very good. So now with the box and lid ready, let's finish the outside of the box and then put all together, right? So let's see here how to do it. So now I have the 3 pieces for the outside of my box, which are pieces 8 and pieces 9. Okay, so look at the box. I always like to say, let's talk with our box, right? In a case like this, you will see that when I put my outside, okay, so this will be here, glue right here, and the rest will be glue like that. So what's happened is that just need to cover the 2 small sides and the front, because the bottom and the back will be attached to the lid. So I just need the 3 pieces, okay, pieces 8 and 9. And the way I like to do is gluing them in a straight line like this, okay, 8 and 9. So what's happened is that they will cover with just 1 piece of fabric. So no divisions, just a straight piece of fabric we cover outside the box. So it's best finishing we can. You see here that between the pieces, they are not touching each other. They are not super far. How far they are? Well, usually you'll see with time, you know, and your eyes will be used to. What I said is about 1/16 of an inch or about 2 millimeters. Or if you also have my 7-in-1 corner tool or multi-use tool, I made this line right here in the center that you can just put right here when you are gluing, not right now, but just for you to have an idea. And so with that, you know that that's the space you need in between. So just for you to get used, another thing that I said, okay, I have this question so much, so how can I help them with the new tool, right? Okay, so once you have the pieces there, just put like this, pretending so far, because then we save the space, and cut your fabric about 1/2 inch bigger. Then I pick my piece number 8, which is my center piece. Okay, I like to start that way, so I know that I will glue this straight and neat, especially if you have a design or something, right? Or if the box is bigger, it's very important that you start right in the center. So you put exactly where you plan it, and then you can remove the other 2 sides. Good. So two things this new ruler, new tool helps. One, glue the next one, straighten it. And another one that you can see by that design there, what is the space, right, that you need. So you know that you are having exactly what we planned to that. And now flip and go to the other side and just repeat. Okay, so I'm gonna put this there. Okay, nice or what? Super good. Okay, so now it's time for us to cut around. Before you ask, those two corners here, as I'm talking about the new tool, those two corners are not for what we are doing, okay? They are for thicker boards. So this is for our one board or for poster board, for whatever you want, or the smaller one. This is when I have something bigger, like if I'm gluing 2 layers of chipboard or 3 layers, something very thick, then I need more space. So this is for 2 layers of thick chipboard, and this is for 3 layers of thick chipboard, okay? Just for you to know, because if you cut with that one for our normal process will be too much, okay? Nice. So then what you do, you cut all around for all edges, okay? All 4 edges. And now we just need to glue the top. So look at your fabric. If your fabric has direction, you just go on the top, right? And spread the glue all over, including the sides. And then you just come and bring everything nice and neat and tight. And then remember to clean this, okay? Very nice. Here you go. Here's the box. So why we didn't glue the rest? Because this extra goes on the back of the box and this extra go on the bottom of the box, okay? So that's what we need here. But before we glue this, what do we need to do? We do have what? We do have the magnet, right? So we need to fix the magnet in this front of the box first before making everything, gluing everything in place. So then when I do the next step, which is gluing the box in place, the magnet will be in the right position, okay? So let's see how to do it. It's super nice, and you can use this tip for so many other, you know, cartonnage boxes or covers or whatever you do. So first we're gonna pretend, okay, let's look like this and pretend that you are with your lid in position. Okay, so then you put this like this, okay? Just pretending that you are with this glue in place. So no glue, just that. Now, another thing I want you to do is pick a piece of craft paper, you know, for that craft paper that we just glue, or something that is more colorful, okay? Because then we need to know where is the position for that magnet. Okay, so once you have something here, you just to help us with that process of marking, okay? We need to put a little bit of glue right on top. Let me show you here what I'm gonna be doing. Right on the center of this magnet, okay? Just in the center of the magnet. So not a lot of glue, not in the whole magnet, just in the center of the magnet, okay? In this part that goes up. And then you put your box, pretend again that you are gluing the box in position, okay? Make sure that it's very well like in place here where you will be closing. Also make sure that it's aligned on the sides. The more, you know, I know we have this extra fabric, but you can do that. And then when you see that it's all good, all aligned, especially on the sides, you come over here and you press, okay? Press that like this. So when you do that, you will see in your box, you will see where you mark it, okay? And that's exactly the position. So now you can remove everything, and now it's exactly the position where you will be adding your magnet in this. Oh, wait, stay there. I don't want until I have to make my hole first, and then I remove this part, okay? Okay. Okay, so now let's do exactly what we did before. Just put this aligned with the mark that you saw from the glue, and then mark it. So especially hope you still have, or you can do this with masking tape. Sometimes you don't see the glue with the masking tape, so that's why some colorful thing will help more. And then here you simply come over here and then make again the same thing you did in the other one. Just go, be careful, okay, with your craft knife. And now, yes, you should remove, you know, everything, and your marks are already there. So now is the time that you put your female part of the snap, okay, super cute. And then you put right there, okay, enter in there, make sure. I see that the fabric didn't cut well on the bottom, so let me fix that with a little bit of scissor. Okay, good. So again, hold that, use whatever tool you want and have to open this. Again, I'm adding to the outside. That's how I like to do. That's it. Now we had all that we need just to glue this part right here, okay, and then when I close my box, we'll be there. Good, very good. So now to get started, we go part by part, okay? So now I like, be careful, don't put this right side of your fabric on wet glue, okay? So find the space in your place and go with the glue just in the center, and I go a little bit more on the sides just to make sure the glues well. So we glue one by one, okay? Extra fabric on the bottom goes on the bottom of the box. In here, make sure you come then with your masking tape and press, and it's well glued, okay, like this. Good. Okay, so now you flip your box to this position and spread the glue all the way. Also align. So now my extra fabric goes on the bottom and also on the side of the box, okay? And then you just put this here and masking tape. Again, this masking tape is so helpful. Okay, and now my last one, just here. Okay. Very nice. And then I put my more masking tapes. Good. And hold a little bit, press a little bit here where you have your magnet, just to make sure that it's all around, is well glued. Okay, it's all in position, all beautiful. Okay, very good. So now we are almost done. We have the lid with the magnet, we have the box with the magnet as well. Now, last thing is just glue both of them, you know, together. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so let's see how to do it. Super fun. So the way I like to do is, now that we put in place, okay, and we know exactly where is the position, the way to be right is starting with the magnet, okay? So you don't go, you don't try to find the position and pray for the magnet to fit. No, you start with the magnet. That's why we did the way we did. So you put the magnet in position, okay? And now you will start applying your glue in those, careful here, okay? You're gonna spread the glue in this part and in this as well, but one by one, okay? One by one. And you see that I'm now adding a kind of good amount of glue, okay? More than I have been using so far, because now this is the last step. This is to hold your box all together. Okay, just don't go on the sides. So once I did that, you can go here as well. Okay, I like to have glue in both of spaces, you know, at the same time. So when you put the box in position, that's it. Okay, here you want to make sure that you have the glue out, clean here if you need, okay, but all the way to the corner here. Okay, so this is what we have. And now you do your magic here, hold, and go and find the position for the box. Okay, so you are with the box closed with the magnet. Okay, and now you want to make sure that all will fit well. So put your masking tapes now very tight. Okay, here and here, and now on the bottom, put your masking tapes. If you need to move a little bit your box around, you still have time to do it. Okay, because sometimes the magnet is still in position, but you can't move the bottom just a bit. And also you want to put masking tape here to go box and lid. Okay, nice. So now that you have, pay attention here, now that you have the masking tape already on the sides here in some of the place, you will need to open this box. Okay, so carefully come over here, open, because now I want you to put something right here inside and hold here just for a bit. So your box will be very well done. And now I see why they ask to have exactly those colors of the machine. Huh? Look at this, right? Very nice. I really like it. Okay, good. So hold just for a bit while this dries just a bit. And while I'm holding here, let me just say to you how fun it is making boxes, you know, using your fabrics. And we do have so many do-it-yourself kits in our shop. Take a look at colorwayarts.com, see what one you want to get started. Most of them, 99% of them, are like beginners friendly, so super fun to do. We have a variety of prices, you know, so take a look. And purpose is to use, to gift this for someone. We also have the Cartonnage Club, which is a community of cartonnage lovers from all around the world. And in the Cartonnage Club we have so many different projects, exclusive projects, discounts and gifts, and so many benefits. It's so great to be part of this community. We have Zoom meetings, we have special events during the year. It's really fun. So take a look at our website and let me know any question, okay? I do hope to see you around, either, you know, buying our kits, or most likely if you want to join our community, it will be a great pleasure to see you inside our club, okay? Okay, now that said, I think my box, it was kind of enough time. That's why I like to put a lot of glue, so it helps with the process. So now you close, okay, so close it very well there. And now I want you to pay attention and put some special masking tapes. So one of the masking tapes we're gonna put right here, very tight, all the way here. Another one we'll put on the side here, and tight on the all around. And you can put in the center as well. Just make sure you are not, because this is thin board, you know, just make sure you are not bending this too much. I see this part is almost bending too much, but that's okay. Okay, so hold these 2 points here thing to know that they are straight. Maybe if you have something at home that you can put, like maybe your corner tool can help here, and something else on the other side, you know, a thin piece of paper that you may have, just to align this piece to be, you know, drying straight, if you really think that is necessary. And on the sides, I really want you to put a masking tape right here. It's one of the most important masking tapes for a hinged lid box right here. So that allows, you know, your lid to dry flat. And like this, it looks like a mummy, right, or what? this is what is the end of a cartonnage project. It's all full of tape, we can't see well, but now is the part that we have to trust in the process, you know, just leave it drying overnight, and then the next day you remove all the masking tapes and your box will be ready to use. And of course, I would love to see pictures of what you are making, so also you can join our Facebook group. Cartonnage Fabric Boxes is a great place to be connected with other cartonnage lovers and see what others are doing, inspire and be inspired, okay? And again, as I said, if you feel that making boxes is for you, if you like this and you imagine, oh my, I love it, how about I could do bigger or smaller or this or that, then the Cartonnage Club is for you. We have so many ideas and you can learn how to design boxes, how to do it different sizes. I mean, we are really a community of lovers, cartonnage lovers that are waiting for you with special products, special discounts, and so much more. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy making this box and so many others, and I hope to see you around. Thank you so much. Happy gluing. See you another time.